everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and we are talking Stanley Cup. This is kind of a migraine adjacent topic, and it's going to be kind of weird. So I stopped using these Stanley Cups 2 months ago, and it was something I didn't want to discuss until I was pretty sure that it was what was causing me problems. So I have a nickel allergy. I didn't think it was very severe, but apparently it is a very severe form of the nickel allergy because these Stanley Cups made me sick, which is shocking. I just didn't think it was real for a while. I was kind of thinking, I had a sneaking suspicion that it was something to do with the cups making me sick because I started getting really bad migraines in the summer right when I started using the Stanley Cups. Over time, my migraine issues were getting more severe. I was getting multiple ones a week. It was really rare when I went even like 4 days without a migraine. I was getting them all the freaking time for just months and months. I'm on a 48-hour medicine that's specific for migraines. And so I was like, this is so weird. This migraine medicine is super effective for people. It had been effective for me. And I don't know what's causing this problem, but every time I would get new Stanley Cups, I would get sicker again. Like I would have a cluster of them, like 2 and 3 at a time. And it's because I got a new one and just like the residue from the metal was causing me problems. So I'm pretty convinced that this was part of my problem. Like the cluster of migraines around a new Stanley Cup happened to me like 2 different times. And the first time it happened, I was like, no, it can't be anything to do with this cup. I mean, it's just a cup, no big deal. And then it happened again and I was like, wait a minute, maybe it is the cup. So I'm like doing a lot of research and I feel like I put my conspiracy theory hat on trying to figure out what the F was causing my migraine issues. And I went down the deep rabbit hole looking at all the information about stainless steel, finding out what stainless steel they're made out of, and connecting the dots that stainless steel generally has nickel in it, which I wouldn't have ever really thought. I was like, what from these cups could be getting me sick? And then I figured out what version of stainless steel it was. It is 304 stainless steel. It says directly on the Stanley's website, it has 304 stainless steel in it. And that stainless steel happens to be, I've got the thing, I'll put it up on the screen. 304 stainless steel contains nickel in addition to chromium. The defining feature of 304 stainless steel are its inclusion of at least 18% chromium and 8% nickel, which is why it's known as 18/8 steel. So I'm like looking at all of this information about different types of stainless steel. Can people really be allergic to stainless steel tumblers because they are food grade? I'm figuring out there's a whole world of nickel allergy sufferers that are really severe. They don't buy stainless steel cookware. They don't use stainless steel utensils or silverware. They don't have stainless steel fridges because just the act of touching the fridges sets them off. And I was like, I've never had that bad of an allergy. Clearly, I'm not wearing my wedding bands anymore and my other little band that I wear. If you've watched any of my videos, I haven't worn them for at least a month now because my white gold was setting me off. I was starting to get a rash, and white gold is also a tiny percent nickel. It was starting to set me off because I was exposed to so much nickel, and being allergic to it, it totally just set my body in a tailspin. And I'm reading about this nickel allergy syndrome that people have, and I was having the effects of it. I was having lots of fatigue. I was having just kind of like chronic aches and pains. I wasn't able to work out as much because I was feeling so crummy. And I was also getting migraines all the time. And it just makes a lot of sense that I was making myself sick with the Stanley Cups, which is so bizarre. It is food grade stainless steel, so most people, even with the nickel allergy, won't have problems with it, but I was doing some things that made it even worse. I made the metal leach out even more because I was putting my coffee drink in it. Anything acidic that you put in here is gonna make it leach more. Like everything leaches like microscopic particles, and I'm learning about this because I like went down the rabbit hole and researched this, but the stainless steel on here will leach molecules into your drink. So if you're heating it up, that will leach more. If you put something acidic in it, like all of the dairy stuff and the coffee stuff, it will leach more. So I was using it for my iced coffee. I was using it for water. I did use it for hot beverages here and there, like making hot protein cocoa and things in here as well. And just using it for my everyday drinking vessel. And as somebody who apparently is severely allergic to nickel, it was really messing me up. So I had all of these just general fatigue. I was like, do I need to go see an endocrinologist or something? I'm having this like major whole body experience. And I finally eventually connected it to using the stainless steel tumblers. And I researched this. I was like, this is so weird. It's food grade. I should be fine. I'm researching it. There's a whole group of people who don't use stainless steel tumblers because their allergy to nickel is severe. So now I know, like, I can't use any of the stainless steel tumblers. And you guys know I had like 10 of them. I was so sad, and I love the cup. It's so convenient. It keeps my stuff cold. I was using it for everything, and I have not used it now in 2 months. And guess whose migraines are a billion times better? This girl. I have hardly had any migraines, especially the last month. I had 2 migraines. I went from having them like 3 or so a week to having 2 in an entire month. And it took a while. I've been basically migraine free since starting this medicine until last summer. I got hit with this really bad spell of migraines, and it never got better until recently when I stopped using stainless steel. So I just have to be really careful. My white gold rings have nickel in them as well. They were giving me a rash around my finger, so I had to take them off. And every so many years, I do have to get them rhodium plated again, which will protect me from the nickel. I knew going into it that exposure over time will set me off, so I'm looking at getting a different ring possibly so that I don't have to worry about doing it every couple of years, getting it rhodium plated again. But rhodium plating makes it look so much shinier and new, so I might just stick with doing that every couple of years, but they are just put away right now. I haven't worn them because every time I put them on my skin, I get rashy. So yeah, I've just been dealing with like really weird skin rashes, really weird symptoms, and finally I feel like myself again. Totally feeling much better, not having migraines as much, which is great. I know like over time I'll have migraine spells here and there, but you guys know if you've watched any of my videos how bad my migraines have been. Nothing that really helps, even though I'm on one of the best breakthrough migraine medicines available. I'm on it, and I was still having so many problems because I was exposing myself to so much nickel and setting my whole body off. And it's just so bizarre. For a while when I stopped using the Stanley cup, I was like, why am I still having migraines if I think that it's this? I was pretty sure it was this. Well, apparently nickel can last in your system for up to like 6 months. So slowly but surely my migraines and all my other symptoms have been getting so much better. I'm at month 2 now of avoiding stainless steel stuff, and I feel so much better. I use like non-stick cookware. I've never upgraded to like really fancy pots and pans because they're really expensive, and I haven't found the ones that I want. Well, most of the ones I was looking at were stainless steel. So now we're for sure not getting any stainless steel cookware because cooking it at high temperatures can leach the molecules, and again, like it can mess me up. So I just learned so much stuff about just stainless steel in general and nickel allergies in general that I never knew. I just knew I had a nickel allergy. When I first got my ears pierced, I was like 7 years old or something. I had problems with those. So my mom got me 24 karat yellow gold earrings, and that's all I could wear. And I knew like early on I had a nickel allergy because of the ear piercing event where like they put the cheap, you know, like Claire's earrings or whatever in, and I just could not wear them. I just couldn't do it. And so I've known forever that I've had a nickel allergy. I just didn't realize like how severe it could be and how food grade stainless steel would set me off. You know, it's 8%. You're talking about very few molecules actually being released like into your system. You're drinking some of the molecules off of it. And it's just crazy to think that that much really just effed me up that much. And I hate being a stainless steel hater, and I hate not being able to use my Stanley cups. I have cried over this. Like, I just love my cups. They're so convenient. They're beautiful. I want to be in the Stanley Cup crew, and I can't be. So I've been looking at other cups. I have my coffee in my little Grinch tumbler. This is a Tumbers tumbler. They're pretty good about not sweating too bad, but every once in a while, like when it's muggy, it will sweat. But it just doesn't keep things cold as long, you know? It's plastic. It's double insulated plastic, but it's still nothing like the stainless steel tumblers. So we'll be researching and trying to find like a non-stainless steel dupe of some sort, like that will hold a lot. First of all, these are very small. They don't hold a ton of liquid, but I also want something that's going to keep my stuff cold. I was just so in love with the Stanley cups, and now I have to break up with them. So I wanted to put this video out and let you guys know if you have a severe nickel allergy and you're having issues and you're drinking out of stainless steel tumblers, you might want to reconsider your stainless steel. So it's just one of those things that I didn't know was even a thing. Like, I didn't know people couldn't drink out of metal tumblers because of their nickel allergy. I just never thought anything of it. I'm like, it's stainless steel, it's no big deal. But when I kept getting sick around getting new ones, I would get sicker for a while around new ones. I was like, maybe there is something to this. And I looked it all up and I was like, dang it. Dang it, I can't use the cup. Knowing what I know now, like let's say even if my whole theory is wrong and the stainless steel isn't the problem and I was just having migraine issues and it's just coincidental that I stopped using the Stanley cups, and I'm also migraine free again. Even if it's just all purely coincidence and it was just conspiracy theory, what I know now that nickel's in it and I'm allergic to nickel, I can't go back to it. So even if it wasn't my migraine issue, I still have to break up with my Stanley cups, which is sad and unfortunate. And I hate even having to make this video. I definitely feel a sense that people are gonna be like, yeah, I don't believe you that it was the stainless steel causing all your issues. But I also think somebody's gonna watch this video and be like, oh crap, that's me too. So maybe I'll help somebody. Maybe you'll all just think I'm kind of silly, but there you go. There's my Stanley Cup migraine story. I have been feeling so much better. I definitely don't have all that, just like, basically I felt like I had chronic fatigue where I'm just like, every day I'm exhausted, I'm aching, I'm not doing exercises good, guys. I just don't have the energy level. I'm also dealing with migraines on and off. I was having some concentration and brain fog issues. There was just all sorts of things going on with me. I was like, what the heck is wrong with me? Like something is going on, and all of those feelings now are gone. Like all of those weird symptoms gone. It's just kind of crazy. Like into month 2 now, the last month has been like night and day difference. And the only thing I've changed is the Stanley cups. I don't use them, I use plastic cups, which is kind of sad, but I hope that this video was helpful to somebody. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I know this video is gonna anger somebody somewhere because I know how much people love their Stanley cups, and I do too. I really, really wanted to stick with it, but I just can't. Hope you guys are well, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.